Welcome to the Straight to Jail podcast, written and produced by Brian Herring.
Chapter 12.
Lines in the sand. The hum of the car faded as Johnny pulled into an empty parking garage, a cold concrete bunker lit only by flickering overhead bulbs, the kind of place where secrets stayed buried and nobody asked questions. He killed the engine, and the silence that followed hung thick. Kyle hopped out first, still grumbling under his breath.
I swear, Johnny, if Tony saves my life one more time, I'm gonna lose it. I'm a grown man, not some damn damsel in distress. Besides, I'm pretty sure I'm unkillable at this point. Survive bullets, beatings, and Tony's ego. What's left?
Then stop needing to be saved.
Tony shot back from the back seat, his grin widening as he climbed out.
Besides, I'm not gonna let you die before you pay me back for all my hard work.
Hard work?
Kyle scoffed, spinning to face him.
You dropped a crane. That's not work. That's a workplace accident that happened to work in our favor.
Call it luck then? I don't care. Credit is due.
Tony shrugged, sliding his hands into his jacket pockets.
Doesn't matter how it happens as long as we all walk away.
Johnny let out a sharp whistle, cutting their bickering short.
Both of you, enough. We're not here to play grab ass. We've got work to do.
The two fell silent, though Kyle shot Tony one last glare before following Johnny toward a small utility room in the corner of the garage. Johnny unlocked the rusted metal door and pushed it open, revealing what amounted to a makeshift war room. A flickering bulb dangled from the ceiling, casting light onto a table littered with papers, maps, and a laptop. A dusty whiteboard stood against the far wall, already marked with names, arrows, and red circles. A chaotic web connecting all the players in this game.
This is it?
Tony said, looking around the cramped space with a raised brow.
I expected something a little more high-tech.
Johnny ignored him and stepped to the table, tossing a fresh stack of documents onto it.
We've got our lead. Morse's paper trail gives us 3 key locations. 2 warehouses and a mid-level suppliers club where the money's laundered and the product moves. We hit those places, we shake the tree, someone will talk.
Kyle leaned over the table, squinting at the map.
We hit all 3? Are you out of your mind? Johnny, that's not a job for 3 guys. We'll need a lot more firepower.
More people means more mouths, more chances to get burned.
Johnny replied.
We move quiet. We move smart. 1 location at a time. No screw-ups, Kyle.
Now what the fuck are you insinuating?
Tony stepped up, rubbing his chin as he studied the map.
You said 2 warehouses? That's where they're storing the product, right? Then this club.
He tapped the circled location on the map.
This place is the money. If we hit that first, we hurt them where it counts. The supply ain't worth much if they ain't got buyers.
Johnny considered him for a moment, then nodded.
Makes sense. We'll start with the club.
Kyle frowned.
Great, another club. Because Blue Ember went so well for us last time.
Tony smirked.
Don't worry, Kyle. Maybe you can make a new friend for us to fight while we handle the real job.
Shut the fuck up, Tony!
Kyle snapped, shooting him a withering glare. Johnny slammed his palm on the table, silencing them.
Focus. If we're gonna make this work, you two need to act like professionals for once in your goddamn lives. We don't have room for mistakes. The people we're dealing with aren't amateurs. They'll put a bullet in all of us without blinking.
The tension in the room settled like a thick fog. Tony dropped the grin and nodded, his usual cockiness tempered by Johnny's warning. Kyle crossed his arms, looking away but staying quiet. Johnny pointed to the club on the map.
The place is called the Velvet Den. It's upscale, private rooms, high rollers, and a lot of cash. Tony, you still got connections who know how to get us through that door?
Tony grinned, his confidence returning.
Yeah, I know a guy. Name's Eddie. He runs security there on Tuesday nights. If I drop the right name, he'll let us in.
Good.
Johnny said.
We'll go in like we're part of the scene. Suits, cash, and no guns on display. The last thing we want is to spook the wrong people. Once we're inside, we find their guy running the operation. And we're gonna make him talk.
Kyle cracked his knuckles, his mood brightening slightly.
Finally, a chance to get some real answers. I'm sick of chasing shadows.
Tony tilted his head, studying him.
And you think I'm the one that's...
Dramatic?
Tony!
Johnny warned.
All right.
Tony replied, raising his hands in surrender.
No jokes. I handle Eddie and get us in. After that, it's all business.
Johnny looked between the two of them, his expression hard.
Make no mistake, gentlemen. This is the riskiest move we've made yet. If we screw up, we're done. If we pull this off, we'll finally have leverage to take down the rest of them.
The room fell silent, the weight of the mission settling on their shoulders. Johnny pulled a folder off the table and handed it to Kyle.
Here, memorize everything before tomorrow night. Entry points, exits, faces to watch. You'll need to know it all.
Kyle accepted the folder with a nod, tucking it under his arm.
I don't know why you're trusting a fuck-up like me with this. I don't exactly have a great memory for this kind of crap.
Tony let out a low whistle, his grin returning.
You know, I always wanted to hit a place like the Velvet Den. Fancy people, fancy drinks, should be fun.
Kyle shot him a sideways glare.
Yeah, Tony, we're definitely there for the cocktails.
Johnny grabbed his keys and headed for the door, signaling for them to follow.
We meet here tomorrow. Suited up and ready to go. Get some sleep. You're gonna need it.
As they left the room and stepped back into the parking garage, Kyle says,
Every time Tony says he knows a guy, I get nervous.
From behind him, Tony smirked.
Relax, Kyle. This Eddie guy owes me. You'll see. It'll be fine.
Johnny didn't look back as he led them toward the car.
I'll believe it when we're walking out alive.
The echo of their footsteps faded as they climbed into the car and drove off into the night, the weight of their next move pressing down on all of them. Tomorrow, the lines in the sand would be drawn and there would be no turning back.